What's going on, family? Welcome back to another video. WMBF Pro Patty Lifts checking in, and today I'm talking about a topic I feel like a lot of you guys are going to benefit from, because you already know that if you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. Now, you could eat chicken and broccoli, do 10 hours of cardio a day, but obviously that's not sustainable. So sometimes it's not knowing about what to do, but it's actually about knowing how to follow a journey that you're able to sustainably follow. So with that being said, guys, today's video is going to be 5 weight loss tips that nobody talks about. So the first tip is going to be control your environment. And if you're gonna have a bunch of junk food in the house, trigger foods, stuff like that all around, you're gonna be more likely to eat those things. Now, vice versa, if you start eating micronutrient dense foods and you have them all around your house and they're purely visible to you, that's gonna affect you mentally to eat those types of foods. So what I recommend is actually throwing out all trigger foods so you don't have that temptation, and limiting your visual and your environment done on having non-macro friendly foods. So let's say you have treats, put them in a pantry, put them deep inside your cupboards, put them in containers that you can't see through, so it's a lot harder to get to, and you're less likely to go towards those foods. And vice versa, when you're grocery shopping, only put yourself in a position to be able to consume micronutrient dense foods, because they're going to be in your house, they're going to be a lot more visible. So tip number 2 is to set new habits. Now, when you first wake up in the morning, you naturally get up on a certain side of the bed and you naturally do a certain routine. So some people might go use the washroom, go grab a glass of water, and you want to make eating healthy a routine and a habit. So with that said, if you find yourself just going to the kitchen, opening up the door, the cupboards, put little signs and reminders around those areas, because it's habit. When you just go open up the fridge when you're bored to go eat. I know I do that all the time, so then I'll get like a little whiteboard or a sticky note that might say, Patty, stop eating because you're bored. Little things like that will make a big difference. And then, don't have snack bowls around on your desk. When you're at the dinner table, don't just have like a bowl of bread to eat. You're just creating more opportunity to get foods in that you don't necessarily need. Moving on to the next tip, guys, it is practice intelligent grocery shopping and practice grocery shopping in general. I know myself, going to college, being always on the go, I love eating out, and it's something that I still enjoy to this day, but I find that a lot of people rely on that too much. Or you go to the grocery store and you go there hungry, so you start buying a bunch of things that you don't need. So go to the grocery store with a plan, understand what you need to consume, understand what your goals are, and be realistic. If you know you're not gonna eat spinach because you hate it, don't buy it. Get something else that's macro friendly, maybe iceberg lettuce or romaine lettuce or butter lettuce. There's so many different options out there, and you wanna make sure you're practicing intelligent grocery shopping and actually just grocery shopping in general. I promise you it will make a big difference, because you're setting yourself up for success. Moving on to the next tip, kind of connects with the last one, and it's prepare your own food. If you're going out all the time, you can't really control what people are doing with the food. They don't really care if it's 1 tablespoon of oil or 1.5 tablespoons of oil when they're making your food in the restaurant. So it's more about controlling what you're able to consume and making those substitutes. So, if you're eating something fried up and you're using butter, that's going to be a lot of calories, but you can even just use Pam, a 1 or 2 second spray. You're going to save yourself a lot of macros. Also, when you prepare your own food, it forces you to eat that food instead of eating out, because it's going to be in the fridge. You're not going to want it to go to waste, and you don't want to waste money, and of course be a little bit better on the environment. So make sure to prepare your own food, set yourself up for success. The last tip is almost 2 in 1 combined, but it's control and manage your hunger and control and manage your cravings. So in a hunger sense, that is something that's hard to battle, and there's different strategies you can do to help that, such as eat high volume foods, micronutrient dense foods, and spacing out your protein and fiber intake throughout the day. And controlling your cravings might be a little bit harder for some other people, but the best way to do that is to create substitutions. And sometimes you just have to have the mindset and understand that you might have to say no to certain situations. So if you're able to implement these 5 tips, you're gonna change your lifestyle, because obviously you guys know if you're in a caloric deficit, you're gonna lose weight. If you do 10 hours of cardio and eat chicken and broccoli, you're gonna get shredded and lose weight. But sometimes it's the way you approach it, and it's the journey there that will help make the process so much easier and so much better for you to be able to handle for the long term. So make sure when you are cutting, you implement these, and hopefully you'll be able to easily maintain your progress once you get there and lean bulk from there. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys checking in. Please subscribe if you're not part of the team. Like, comment, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.